This quick tutorial will provide an overview on the new document manager software we refer to as DM5. I'm going to log in really quick. This is the dashboard, the home page that you'll first log into. There are 4 different sections: pinned, favorite, workspaces, and saved searches. Favorites are your saved searches that you're going to be using fairly often. So I've made an example of a search by job number, and any other kind of search can be put here as well, and I'll show that in just a second. Pinned searches are an area that's going to automatically update every 45 seconds to a minute. So for example, you can say show me all my completed photos, and it might say you have 2, and then if you have a couple more it'll update to 5, so I'll show that a little bit later as well. But this is just the home page that you can use as a quick reference to click on searches and quickly find your information. From here there are a couple other areas. The Explore Drawers tab, I'll open that here in just a minute. You can click on search. You can search by documents or folders like you currently do in the current version of our software. You can scan within given permissions, import images and documents, and then you can also add new folders given that you have the permissions as well. But just to touch base on a couple other features within the dashboard, over here on the right hand side, we can open up and click, and if there's any recently used documents, folders, or searches, they're going to appear over here on the right hand side. So just another quick reference on how to get somewhere pretty quickly. So I'm going to open up the Explore tab so I can see the drawers, just to kind of give you a relevant view to how you see the information now. You can double click, or there's a little arrow icon on the right. You can simply click that to open it in a new tab. Here's my contracts drawer. I can double click and it will pull everything up over here on the right hand side. So this should have a similar view to how you have it now. So job number, non-signed store or non-sig store, store name, etc. We can go to view options, and then you can say, hey, I want the job number sorted ascending or descending, or any other index level value. You can do the same thing. From here you can double click or click on an arrow and open up a folder. But what might be easier is if we go to our search function. So I'm going to go to search by folders. I'll select my drawer. On the left hand side I'll choose my drop down, and you can search by any one of these what we call index fields, or referred to as contracts fields. So maybe job number, store name, state, etc. I'll choose job number. In the middle there is a drop down on what kind of logic we can use. So we can say the job number is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it contains 1, 2, 3 maybe, or you can say starts with. I always recommend doing it contains in case there's a typo or you don't have the full job number, but it's up to you on what you want to use. So I'll hit contains, and for sake of example I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then I can click my run search. And that's going to bring me 22 results. So that's just a quick way to search folders. If you want to go back, there's a query button over here on the left hand side. We can click that, and you can add more criteria as well. So show me all of the job numbers 1, 2, 3 that are in the state of California, let's just say, and I cheated there really quickly. We'll click run, and then it will refine the search. So just a couple different options there. I'm going to go back, clear these out. I'm going to go to search by documents, select my drawer, and I can say show me all of my documents that are completed photos. Click run search. And I have 100 documents that come up. Just like before, I can go back to query, click add criteria. Now I can say show me all my completed photos that are awaiting approval. And it will refine that search accordingly. Now something that's more relevant that I think might help is, let's go to search by folders, choose my drawer. I can go to show me all of my job numbers by %prompt, and I'll explain what this is in a minute. So it's going to prompt me to enter in a job number, so I'm going to do 123 as an example. And then I can click save. So this is going to save the search criteria. So you'd enter in something like search by job number. I'm going to put the text as test search. I'm going to click save. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. Because I hit save, I'm going to click on all my saved searches, and here's my test search. So I've already done this and shared this with you all, but if you wanted to do another saved search, this is how you would do it. So I put in my query, click save, I named it, and it came here. So then over here on the right hand side, I can add it to my favorites or to my pin list. So I'll add it to my favorites, and then I can click on this. It's going to ask me for a job number, so you would enter in whatever job number you're looking for. I'm going to do 123 again, and I'll bring that up really quick. So that's a really quick and easy way to access that information. Let's go back to the query and do something a little different with documents. So I'm going to say show me all of my photos that are documents that are completion photos. So I have 100, and so now I'm going to say with the status of awaiting approval. So I have one document, so I'm going to save this for example. Photos awaiting approval, so I can click save. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. Here is my search that I just did. So now I'm going to add this to my pin list just to show you a little bit different look. And in a couple seconds there's going to be a green box that pops up to show one document that is awaiting approval. Now if I add a couple more in about a minute or two, it'll update to the relevant number of documents within that query. And there you go, there's the green box. So you can kind of use it as a cue to help manage your day or whatever types of queries or information that you're looking for. So then I can click on this box. I can either open it in a new window, or I can click within the box, and it'll bring me right to that document. So that's searching by folder and searching by document. So once I have a document or an image or any type of file that I'm looking for, I can hover over the left hand side and get a small document preview, or you can click on the box to the left, go over here to the right, and there's a tiny little caret over here. I'm going to click that out, and it's going to load a larger document preview on the right hand side. You can double click once again to bring the document up, or click the arrow key to open a new tab, and that'll open the document image viewer. I can single click and bring up my toolbar. I can click the email sign and email any users or anyone in the outside world, like dan@yahoo.com. Type a subject line, put a message in there. And now this is going to have a check mark next to a web reference, which is a link that says you have to have access into Document Manager to see this document. And once they click on that link, it'll prompt them to put their username and password in to the login page. So if it's someone outside of Document Manager, you can unclick that, click on Files, and then you can keep it as its native format or convert it to a TIFF, PDF, JPEG, or PNG on the fly. Printing is allowed. There's an audit trail for a history of every action within the document. And then there's tools like highlights or sticky notes. We have image stamps and text stamps as well. It looks like we don't have any loaded, so we can load those if you'd like. I'm going to close this document out, close this out, go back to a search by job number. So now that I have a folder selected, I'm going to open a folder, and I'm going to add a document. So I can click Import, there you go. I click Upload. I'm going to click on the circle. It's going to load a preview of an image of that document. I can choose my document type, so let's just say for sake of example this is a cancellation notice. It's automatically going to pull in the title of the file, so you can rename it if you like, and then you can change the ID status to whatever field is applicable. It's going to take a second for it to load here. There we go. If there are multiple documents, I can click the green button next to go on to index the next document, but if there's only one, like mine, I'm going to click Finish. It's going to ask me if I'm sure if I'm done importing. I'm going to click Yes. And here is the document that I uploaded at this date and this time. You can also drag and drop documents into the software, so I'm going to click that Import button once again. Single click my Word document and drag it right into the software, and in the same fashion index it accordingly. So I'd fill that out, click Finish, and then it would import directly into the software. So I'm going to hit Cancel so that I don't have to delete it. So that's a basic overview of the software. If there are any questions, feel free to give us a call. Our support line is 512-345-4600, extension 1003.